Micah Peavy's early heater was a hell of a title sequence, but it wasn't enough by the time the credits rolled on Sunday. Hello and welcome into the CHI Health Center, where Creighton exacted revenge on Georgetown with an 80-69 win that got the Jays back on track after back-to-back losses in a much needed week of rest. Peavy had 18 points through the first 13 minutes. He couldn't miss, neither could Georgetown. Made 6 out of its first 11 threes and built a 10-point lead that didn't hang around too long, because that is when everything changed. Jason Green hit early buckets to help Creighton weather Peavy's early storm. Jemiah Neal helped Creighton start to chip away at that 10-point deficit, and the Jays closed the first half on a 13-4 run that had them up 2 at the break. Go 5 minutes into the second, they were up 14. It was too much for Georgetown, shorthanded Georgetown at that, to ever recover from. Big thing here, Creighton handled Peavy's defensive pressure, which absolutely wrecked the first meeting. It was back and forth in the nation's capital in mid-December, and then Peavy had 6 runaway fast break slams off of steals to help Georgetown bust that game open and beat the Jays by 24. But Creighton handled that. Jemiah Neal handled it. Stephen Ashworth handled it. And the Jays didn't let Micah Peavy get going defensively. And they cooled him off after that early heater too. He had 18 points of the first 13 minutes, as we already noted. He hit a shot with 7 minutes left in the first half, and his next make didn't come until there were 4 minutes left in the game. Creighton limited turnovers, won the free throw battle, and cleaned the glass more than Georgetown did. Check, and check. Those were 3 keys for the Jays in last week's losses to UConn and St. John's. They didn't do those in those 2 games, in large part why they came up short, and they did those on Sunday to beat Georgetown. Ashworth's 20 points led 4 Jays in double figures. Kalkbrenner had 19 after taking over in the second half. Jemiah Neal had 13 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists in what would have been a triple-double, a historic triple-double at that. And then the icing on the cake, aside from a defensive presence on Peavy all game, Millard North grad Jason Green chipped in a career-high 14 points in his latest standout performance on both ends of the floor. All of that has Creighton back on track with 4 games left in the regular season. The Jays are going to spend the next couple of weeks jockeying for postseason position, both in the Big East tournament and the NCAA tournament. For now, they'll get ready for a trip to DePaul, or to host DePaul on Wednesday at the CHI Health Center. That's going to wrap things up today. Jon Walker, Omaha World-Herald.